we come to God, we're walking towards Him. In whatever walk or style that we have, we're coming towards God. So going back to Hebrews 11, verse 5. It says, by faith Enoch was taken away so that he did not see death, and was not found because God had taken him. For before he was taken, he had this testimony that he pleased God. Wow, I didn't write that verse down. You guys know the story of Enoch. It's in, I think, Genesis 11. Don't remember offhand.
You want me to find it for you?
That would be great. But I kind of know it by memory, but not the exact location.
Not very long.
It says that, and Enoch walked with God, and God took him. How did you guys kind of imagine? Oh, you got it?
5:21, Genesis 5:21.
Can you read it?
Yes. When Enoch had lived 65 years, he became the father of Methuselah. And after he became the father of Methuselah, Enoch walked faithfully with God 300 years and had other sons and daughters. Altogether, Enoch lived a total of 365 years. Enoch walked faithfully with God. Then he was no more because God took him away.
So you see that? I can imagine this going on in Genesis. Now back then, people lived on average 900 years. On average. Methuselah, Enoch's
son.
Enoch's son, lived 969 years. The oldest man in history. Almost living to be a century old. No, wait, not a century, but a millennium.
There you go.
But I can just imagine Enoch. He's like 50 years old. Now, imagine this. If people are living 900 years, Adam, at the time of Enoch, is more than likely still alive. And it says how old Adam is. And so they were contemporaries. So I'm imagining something like this. Enoch, this 30-year-old young man, is walking along. And, well, actually, I guess he's riding on one of the dinosaurs, maybe a brontosaurus or something. Because the dinosaurs were still alive back then. And so he was riding on a stegosaurus, going to visit great-great-great-great-grandpa Adam. And Adam, well, Lolo Adam, is sitting on his porch. And he sees Enoch right up on his stegosaurus. Enoch gets off, walks up to Grandpa Adam and says, hey, Lolo Adam, tell me one of those stories you know. Before you sinned, before you ate the apple, what was it like? What was it like when you and God were so close together? I can just see little Adam. He's going, oh, it was wonderful. It was amazing. God was so close, I could feel him. His presence was so warm and strong and rich that it satisfied all my desires. And we walked together every day. And I can just see Enoch going, really? Wow. So, can I walk? Is it possible to walk with God today? No. You see, when I ate the apple, that separated us. You can't walk with God. And Enoch's sitting there going, but I want to walk with God. I want to know what it's like. And so, a beaten Enoch gets on his stegosaurus and goes back to, I guess, hunting rhinoceros. But one day, he had this strong desire. It never left him. This desire to walk with God. So one day, he decides, you know what? I don't care what Grandpa Adam said. I'm going to walk with God. So he took one of those huge giant steps, went to his side. God wasn't there. He took another another step. Looked around. God still wasn't there. And he took another step. And another step. And another step. And God still wasn't there. And he did this day after day after day. I want to walk with God. I want to walk with God. I want to walk with God. And one day, he took a step. And he heard someone step right next to him. And he took another step. And he heard that same step right next to him. And he took another one. And it felt like someone was standing right next to him. And he kept on walking. And he heard the same set of footprints following him. And when he looked, there was God. Right next to him. Enoch walked by faith, believing that God was there. Believing that God was there. When you walk by faith, you might not see your circumstances or your situations change in an instant. But as long as you keep on walking, I believe God. God is for me, not against me. His plans are good, and they are never for evil. My God is a good God. My God is a powerful God. Whatever circumstance I'm in, he is my all in all. He is my provider. And we keep on walking in this, believing, believing, believing. Remember that believing is a strong conviction in something, that you have no doubt that it is there. So when we come to God, we must believe that he is. That he is. But without faith, it is impossible to please God. So when Enoch walked by faith, it pleased God. And God started walking beside him. Enoch didn't see an instant transformation. He didn't see God right away. But it was a process, a step. It said he lived 300 years before God took him. 300 years. Can you imagine trying to do this 300 years until God finally shows up? But God showed up, and he took Enoch. Without faith, it is impossible to please God. So when we believe him, and when we come to him, Jesus is standing on the balcony of heaven saying, yes, this is my beloved. Angels, go down and help him. He's in trouble. Go and help him. Make his pathway straight and establish his feet, for he is my son who believes in me. When we come to God, when we come before God knowing that Christ forgave us at the cross, knowing that his blood has cleansed us of all sin, and that we are worthy to be called his son. It says in Hebrews chapter 4, verses 14 through 16, seeing then that we have a great high priest who has entered the heavens, Jesus, the Son of God, let us hold fast our confession. For we don't have a high priest who can't sympathize with us, because Jesus walked this earth. He was tempted with all kinds of things. He can sympathize with us. But he was tempted in all ways just as we are. So then we come boldly to the throne of grace, boldly before the throne of God, that we can obtain mercy and find grace to help. I need help when I walk this walk. I need help. I know I do. You guys need help when you walk this way. You need it. And so when you fall, you get back up, you come before the throne of grace knowing that Jesus Christ is there. Come to him. And know that he is there to help. You know the Holy Spirit, right? He's called the helper. And he's right next to you. In Genesis 1, I think it was verse 12. No, wait, Genesis 1, maybe verse 2 or 3. It says that God's Spirit was hovering over the face of the waters. And at that instant, he created it. He said, let there be light, and there was light. And when the Holy Spirit came down, he is near you. Okay, what I want you guys to do, take your hand, and put it as close as you can to your face without touching it. Don't touch your face.